All right, ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome to another great episode on your favorite political talk show, The Truth with Ben Jokes. Now, a few hours ago, Tinubu came out and issued a strong statement regarding the forthcoming nationwide protest. He wrote, "National protest. The sponsors of protest do not love your country. They have no love for the nation. They do not understand citizenship. They have alternative passports." And I don't need to tell you the kind of reactions that this press release generated from the general public. Some said he must have also hated Nigeria when he was sponsoring protests against the then Jonathan administration. Others refer to his mismanagement of public funds, buying exotic cars and jets, while the people languish in abject poverty and squalor. So, if those who are saying the wealth should go round hate Nigeria, is it you that is wasting the money that loves Nigeria? And obviously, there is a very strong resolve from the government to make sure this protest does not take place. But the people seem to even be more determined to make it happen. And few hours ago, Tinubu's final plans to divide the youths was exposed. If this government had not been a government of propaganda from day one, maybe these plans would have worked. But after living off propaganda for more than 1 year, the people refused to be moved by these very tempting lies told to divide the youths. Before I show you these very tempting lies and how Nigerians reacted, let me quickly show you this video that reveals that Northerners really mean business. See the video. Now, you can see that man holding a megaphone. That man is speaking from somewhere in KANO state. He is telling people to get ready for the upcoming Endbadgovernance protest. He said from today we have 4 days left to the protest, and he's telling people to warm up. He said male, female, young, old, children, everybody must come out to protest heavily against this administration. This is happening in several other parts in Kano State and several other states in northern Nigeria. He has been doing this for the past 2 days. This is the situation. This is how strong the resolve of Northerners is. Now, let us look at the lies told by governments that Nigerians massively rejected. They actually told 3 extremely big lies. The big lie came from the Minister of Education. The bigger lie came from the Ministry of Youth Development. And the biggest one that threw me on the floor came from NNPC. Let us start by taking the big one that came from the Minister of Education in this video. See him.
Programs in place and steps taken by the government. So we all know as a fact that some of the policies of the government have thrown up unintended consequences, what is called unintended consequences and hardships, rising cost of living, and so many more. The government is not denying that. Please, let that be the vanguard. Yes, we have a lot of young people out there who are struggling. They are not in education, they are not in training, they are not in anything. But what we can do is to appeal to them and say, look, yes, you have problems we share with you, but we have seen a government that is determined to solve those problems. Let us not get people with a different motive to push us into taking decisions which are not correct, which are more harmful than what we want to do. So your voice is very strong to appeal to your generation for them to understand that, look, what is needed is for them to continue to, yes, raise those voices, and then the government will listen to them and continue to address all those concerns.
You heard that. Now, that was the Minister of Education, Mr. Tahir Maman, in a meeting with the National Association of Nigerian Students Leaders, trying to get them to pull out of the protest. It is the same old strategy. They arrange a few, treat them well, and encourage them to try to gaslight others into keeping calm and not revolt while they are being oppressed and treated like slaves in their fatherland. But Nigerian students flooded the comment section, saying that National Association of Nigerian Students Leaders do not speak for them. If you think you can bribe a few persons and they will be able to deceive a large group not to, rise against this level of hardship, then it clearly shows that you don't know what is happening. You don't know that people are suffering. If you think that people can be talked out of protesting, then you really don't know what people are going through. Now, let us take a look at the bigger and the biggest lies. These ones were told by the Ministry of Youth Development and NNPC, respectively. Look at how the papers reported it. Less than 1 week to the commencement of the nationwide Day of Rage protest, the Federal Ministry of Youth Development has announced the relaunch of the Nigeria Youth Investment Fund (NYIF). In the announcement posted on its official X account, the ministry invited Nigerian young entrepreneurs with what they tagged a vision for the future to apply for the fund. The ministry, which had last posted something on its X account on December 28, 2023, revealed that 110 billion naira fund had been approved and was dedicated to empowering youth in priority sectors to drive economic growth. Title: Call for application. Nigerian Youth Investment Fund. The post partly read, "Are you a young entrepreneur with a vision for the future? The Federal Ministry of Youth Development is enlightened to announce the relaunch of the Nigerian Youth Investment Fund, a 110 billion naira fund dedicated to empowering youth in priority sector to drive economic growth. Apply now to avail yourself this huge opportunity and take your business to new heights." Then they added the link, hashtag youth empowerment, hashtag NYIF, hashtag entrepreneurship, hashtag Nigerian economy. This is the bigger lie. This one was told by the Ministry of Youth Development. They last posted on their page in December 2023. Now, all of a sudden, they are coming out to say they have a 110 billion naira initiative for the youths and the youth should begin to apply. Only an empty-headed young person will be fooled by this kind of trick. And notice that in all their attempts to stop the protest, they have not said a single thing about the real issues leading to the protest. If they were serious, by now we should have been debating a new pump price for petrol and diesel. We should have been talking 300, 400, 450. Bringing up real issues that can make the people calm down. By now, electricity subsidy should have been restored. By now, we ought to be talking about food items flooding Nigeria because the borders have been flung open. That is how you know somebody that is ready to negotiate. But clearly, these guys will never do that because they enjoy the pains of the people. So instead of touching on major issues, they have chosen to go the way of slave and master relationship, sending traditional leaders to tell Nigerians to pray, sending governors to threaten citizens, and all manner of undemocratic methods. Is such a shame. Now, let us look at the third and the biggest in the collection of lies from the APC today. This one came right from the stable of the NNPC. Look at how the papers reported it. Meanwhile, earlier on Friday, the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation (NNPC) Limited announced for job vacancies in the corporation and urged Nigerian youths to apply. The announcement was posted on NNPCL's X account. NNPC advertising job vacancy. I remember as a youth corper, I was posted to NNPC. We were like 20 posted there. And they told all of us to stand aside, calling us in one after the other. And they outrightly asked us, who do you know in this organization? The moment you did not know anybody, you came straight from the camp in Abuja, Kubwa, they tell you, come back and collect your letter of rejection. Imagine asking somebody to come back to collect his letter of rejection. NNPC does not need you because you don't know anybody in the office. All of a sudden, NNPC is posting job vacancies. Nigerian youth should come and apply. Only a lunatic youth, a youth who is just one step away from permanent lunacy, will believe this kind of super story. And look at how Nigerians reacted. Look at some of the tweet reactions. This tweet here by Big Bamo says, "Don't worry, we will apply after the protest." And this tweet here by Ogbeni Dudu says, "Yeye Natu, big Yeye Natu. Who do you think is stupid?" And engineer Anwobiowo Lukman says, "Do you think we are docile? You think we are docile and crazy in the head to believe this kind of rubbish?" And Hakuna Matata here says, "Pressure Tiwa for another audio 110 billion. They should share it with elite families as they always do. The protest must take place." Everybody with a brain knew that they put out these two ideas just to calm the people down, to fool the people. And this tweet by CK Acapello says, "Just lower the fuel price. Shoo, that is it. Do something concrete, something that every single Nigerian will feel immediately." They don't have plans for such. They don't have plans to touch the lives of the people. It's just propaganda, propaganda upon propaganda. And this tweet here says, "Omo, everywhere don't they shake. I love this protest. It must hold though. Things can actually change when the citizens stand up." That is it. And this tweet by Honorable Shina Ayomi says, "Pressure Tiwa bye. Even Tinubu they shake." And Hassan Muhammad says, "Even if it is for trillion, we no go gree. This time we shine our eyes." That is it. If you look at the level of disrespect that the political class have for the people of this country, sometimes it is baffling. But then again, they are doing all these things because they have seen that for these people to keep accepting all we've been dishing out to them for many years, and they have not really come out to revolt, it means they are not really wise upstairs. It means these people are actually stupid. So I believe they think the people are stupid. Because if you are even coming out to say, okay, we are going to reduce the fuel price, we are going to make it 300 naira by December. If you are even saying something like that, yes, it's deception, but you are showing some respect to the people you are trying to deceive. But in this case, no single respect for the people at all. Anyway, the D-Day is near. It's very close now. We'll keep our fingers crossed to see if the government is going to win, if they are going to be able to stop the people from protesting, or if the people are going to come out to protest massively as they have vowed to do. And we are going to see the results of this agitation. But until then, make I still enter town. Make I go get some ogbonge political news wey una go like. Why? Because of una. Now I dey here, so don't go away.